Hi guys, you join me back on the bench here. This is after I've had, just a quick conversation with Matsy just to say which part for which thing, and there's parts in here that I'm not sure that I need to use, and just cleared up a few things. I'm going to be respectful to him not to show this in great detail. If you do contact him after you've bought one, he'll send you a video of how to assemble it and what you need to do. So I'm not going to be showing any, apart from like be moving it about like this. I'm not going to be showing any in detail in the internal section because there's a lot of people that copy his stuff. That being said, I've assembled a max hop unit. This is the M4P. You'll notice a couple of things. I've gone with a concave nub on there. This is running an R-hop stainless barrel with a promi rubber that's had the mount took off. I've removed the mag catch thing that holds the BBs in the hop. There is a bit of a gap here. I'm hoping that's not too much of an issue. If it is, I can modify the arm back on. I just don't like the fact that it's going to have, it's going to be holding BBs in there and there's going to be no easy way for me to push it. On top of that, the arm that comes on that hop does foul with the PTS AR9 mag. So we'll see how this goes. If not, I can put the Pro in, but I don't want to put the Pro in. I've never had good luck with those. So I've built the barrel. It's roughly 124 mil long. 124 was it? I think it was about 124. Yeah, 120. No, 204 mil, roughly. So we're going to pop this together. Before I pop that in, I've got to connect a few things up. So we need the board from our Polar Star jack. Now, I think this kit is favourable with the F2, but it's just, this is what I've got handy, so this is what I'm going to use. So we've got a brand new board here. I've never took this out the packaging. And the electronics go in the front here, so we need to plug in this little wire. The only bit I'm not sure of is, let's plug this in first. There we go. So the thing I'm not sure of is, because you can use the F2 uses two solenoids, which these connectors are for here. However, we're using a jack which has one solenoid, so I'm not really sure which side to use. So if I have any issues, I can always come back and chop and change that round. I need to remove the bracket for the engine so that I can run the cable. So we'll pull these two mounting screws out here and pull the bracket out. I'm going to go with the right hand side first and see how that goes. And we need to use the cables provided because they're slightly longer. So we'll slide this in here because the cables fit down the side of it. Sorry for that frame. So they'll go down the side like that. Pop those screws back in quickly. And basically there's just a method on how to line all this up, make sure everything's in line with the magazine, the engine's in line with the hop set to the right distance forwards and back. So we're just going to loosely put these screws in. It's going to be a difficult video for me to film because he's just very cautious of people replicating the kit or trying to replicate it. But at the end of the day, I've got to film something for you guys. So that's in. I won't plug the board in just yet. I've got plenty of room to do that. So we took the little outer barrel that come on the kit out, and we're basically going to swap it round. So I need to also fit the wires in through this block here. Just be careful not to snag anything. I believe that's how it goes. think so. And then there are 2 fixing screws for that. So yeah, I imagine, I'm not sure if I've posted the first video up yet before I film this. Depends on the schedule of the videos. I'm preempting people moaning about the price. I think he has put a few statements up before about the price. Now the price is the price. You don't have to buy it. You know, you can go buy another conversion kit that someone else does maybe. Having a similar background in manufacturing parts, looking at the way this kit is, I can see where the money's cost. Like the, you know, the R&D cost, for example, in, you know, printing one of these out and then having to change and chop and change it, like all that R&D work is going to be excruciatingly expensive. So I am, as long as we can get it built and running how it's meant to be. So the front section, the SMG front, just goes on. You loosen these clamps up and they clamp into the body. Now that's on there, I can tighten those down. I'm pretty sure like a majority of the screws are all the same type and size as well. Like these ones are the same ones we used on the bottoms. You know, I mean, the craftsmanship on this kit and the way he's designed it, I mean, I am really impressed. That holds the outer barrel in, so that section's in. And then what we need to do, we need to get our jack. I'm not sure if this is going to fit with this funky line on. It should be okay. Pull the wires out of the way. We need to slide this in. Push the hop unit forward for now, because we need to line that up with the magazine. So we're just lining the feed of the hop up with the magazine like that. Once that's set, we just tighten this screw down, and that's what will stop the hop moving forward. Like that. Now, there's nothing like run an M4 hop unit through an M4. You've always got something on the outer barrel that pushes back onto the hop unit, and you don't have anything with this. And with the Max model hop units, this brass ring wants to drop out. So I've just put some really small O-rings. I've stretched them over the barrel and just pushed them up to that just to hold that brass ring in. That's the only reason they're there. So that's lined up with the mag. We can push the engine up like that. Test the fitment, we know that's good. We flip it over. In fact, before we do that, we need to tighten this screw in here for the engine. You have to go silly with it. 2 screws in the mag well. That'll secure that down. Check it again. Magazine goes in nicely, clicks into place. Pull the old cable off the back of the solenoid, and then we could put the new cable on, like so. Like that. Again, sorry if I'm out of frame, I'm trying to focus on what I'm doing. That will fit down there like so. We might have a problem here with the bracket here. So am I going to be better off? Am I going to be better off fitting the other line for now? This wasn't meant for this, this line for the jack wasn't meant for this particular kit, so I'm just wondering if it's going to be a problem. So let me pull this back out, can put the standard line on, which I don't think I have a QD fitment for, but I can rob one off something else. The standard line that comes with it is just this little solid line here, which is a little bit more out the way. It doesn't have the yellow on because that was originally meant for the quasar build or whatever it was called, which has been put on hold just because there's too much going on. So we'll put the standard line back in because that's going to be easier. Let's pop this back in. I was trying to be clever and I didn't need to be. Check the mag. That fits in just fine. Tighten that back up. Okay, that's secure in. Plug this back in. Like so. Like that, and then that line will fit nicely through there. So that part's in, the engine's in. We could probably fit the top cover now. And try not to snag any of these wires. So I'm going to flip it over like this. I'm going to use something just to push the wires in. Like so. Can we slide that in now? That'll slide in like that. And then normally we'd screw this in here, which I think we can do. But we need to fit that part in, so like that. So this is the stock piece that's going on now. I did remove all these screws, which I need to put back in. I mean, I wanted to build one after I saw the kit the first time, and then I've just been mulling it over for a long time, and I thought, you know what, I've got a Polar Star jack upstairs. I'm gonna pull the trigger and purchase the kit and get it built. So I went with the SUB5 SMG, which means I can build it into a pistol or an SMG. I wanted to build it into the SMG because I think it looks far cooler. It did come with this bit which slides over the carbon tubes, which is meant to be able to go through that, through the stock main part and into the thread inserts, but the screws aren't long enough, and I did mention this with him. I think he said he might have shipped the wrong length of screws, so I'm going to leave that part off for now. So take our carbon fibre tubes, we slide them into position like that, and we just nip these up, these clamps. Don't want to go too gun-ho on tightening these up. Yeah, I think he said this part isn't important, he just shipped it with my kit anyway. It basically goes on like that, secures in the back. It just gives you a sling point. I thought it looked cooler with it on there, but I'll wait till I can get some screws of the right length, and we'll give it a whirl. So I need, is it a 2mm or a 1.5? I think it was a 2mm. Yep, it's 2mm. Secure the rear screws. I'll clamp that together before I forget them. And then the other part of the stock just goes on the back here. So it's very minimalistic. It's got a good length on it though, and I can't stress how light this thing is. And there's loads of little Easter eggs in this kit. There was one somewhere that I found, Just change the game in there. Basically, somewhere, I can't remember where I spotted it. It said, oh, that's it there. I don't know if you'll be able to see this. But in there it says hashtag no MP7, which I have no idea what that's referring to. But it's just cool. There's like all these little Easter egg, little nuggets built into the 3D file. That's actually really secure, that is. There's no flex on that whatsoever. 0. It's about the perfect length, and this thing is just so light. So we're going to get the one side of our covers on. Now you can't use the Perspex covers with the SMG kit because the SMG kit has this little cutout here for the clamp to go on. I did find out what that was for as well. So the pistol upper, you can remove this cap here and you can put like an RMR or a red dot sight on there, on this bit. And this goes in the front, so it comes with a red dot like Perspex cover to protect your red dot from being shot out, which I think, again, there's just so many little details. So yeah, it's going to be out of a lot of people's budgets. I understand that it's not a cheap kit. You know, once you've built it and put it all together, it's expensive, and I understand that, and I know a lot of people are going to be complaining about that. But this isn't something that's mass produced. It's built for, you know, a small percentage of airsofters. Let's see if I can plug this in. There we go. Should we see if it turns on? Should have a battery somewhere. Battery. There we are. Let's plug this in and see what happens. So it's lighting up there. That's on auto. You can almost not hear that. So you've got semi, flip that forward, and auto. You've got the safety, which works. It's electronic safety, so there's no way to fire it unless it's turned on. Very, very cool. So we can use this now and we can program the jack as we would. Will this QD fit in fit? It might be the same size. Yeah. Let's see if we can get some air on it. I do have a tank somewhere. There it is. I'll try and edit most of the boring sections out of this video, but it's going to be a long one. Again, like if it was something that I built a lot of and I put, you know, 3 or 4 of these together, it'd be a lot easier. But because I'm so conscious of what I'm doing, just make sure that fitting's on. There's no leaks. Let's turn the safety off. Oh, look at that trigger. See if I can get this closer for you. Oh, so good. The selector is just a little bit, I did notice this, it's just a little bit sticky. So it works. So what I'm going to do, let me disconnect the air for now. I'm going to slide this in. Can we do this easily enough? So try not to trying to think of the best way to do it. Don't want to damage the wires. So that can go in there. Try and like fit it up. Is that the best, like literally the best way it goes? Right, you go in there. Wires go in there. Battery goes straight in. Get our cap. And yes, you would have to take this cap on and off like this every time you want to disconnect the battery. That's not a problem. We want it covered up and safe. We don't want it exposed, do we? So got the cap on. So yeah, apologies of the format of this video, but we do have an SMG. All the weight's in the mag. Like, it is so light. You've got a full rail up top. The airline, you know, is nice and out the way. You could run this as a primary. This has got the thread protector that comes on with a pistol. But, you know, if you wanted to put a tracer on there, I had him make the barrel. You know, you can have the barrel all different lengths, and it's all included in the price. He said to me, where do you want the barrel? I said, make the barrel short, because I'm going to shove a suppressor on it anyway. Or we could put a tracer on it. Where's that mini hex? I'm dropping stuff on the floor. So you could put something on there like a Sniper Mechanics hex. Nice and small. Threads are nice. Have it like that, but I'm going to be going for ultimate sneaky SMG fun. So when they are ready, the suppressor that I'm working on is going to go on here. It's going to be a nice chunky suppressor on the front end. Or if I'm not bothered about stealth, I can just shove the thread protector on there, have it nice and short. The grip is actually really comfy. It's really small as well, which is, it sounds wrong when you say it like that it's small, but I can wrap my fingers, all 4 fingers on that grip. That grip is actually really nice. I can get my thumb, I can wrap that over the top. Not that I need to, I could literally run around with it with a pistol, because it is just so light and takes ARP9 magazines. I say that, it takes the classic army ones, and it takes these PTS ones because you need that notch. But the new ARP9 magazines, the quad stack ones, I think have that notch. So I want to try some of them as well, because they hold about 170 rounds. And what would it be if I'd have just left the video there without putting some rounds through it? So let's just see. Let's see if it feeds. You know, I've not set it up. I haven't set the pressure. I haven't set the dwell or anything like that. It's been a long time since I've programmed the Polar Star. So I just want to see if it feeds. So let's get my airline. Let's plug it up, because if I left you on a cliffhanger like that, I don't think you'd be happy with me, would you? So safety's on, safety's off. Tag in. The rounds are in the hop, we can see them. Do have a bit of a... Did I not put that many BBs in? Oh, I'm empty. What the hell? Let's put quite a few more BBs in. Did I really not put that many in? These are just some .2s that I've got spare handy. Get a chrono. Is it set to 2s? No, it's set to 4/8s. Because I've been playing with my TAC 41. Oh, bang on the money. 349 on a .2. I think it might be double feeding because I've got a lower reading there. That could be because I've got no hop on. put a bit of hop on. Let's try it again. Literally, before it started double feeding then, every shot was 349. And let's try full auto. So yeah, we might have to, might end up changing it out for the Pro Win. I know he did say he doesn't recommend the max hop units, which isn't a problem, you know, but you can hear how loud it is. Let's put the longer standard hex on. I think the hop unit might be moving slightly. Let's see this. Never had a max model hop unit double feed before. So I'm going to leave it there because this is a stupidly long video. But yeah, I've got a really cool, really light SMG. I'd kind of, you know, sort of earmarked this project to have it as a secondary, as a backup. Say if I'm using like the TAC 41 as a sniper, I've got this and it could really put some rounds down if it needs to. But this is very much something you could use as a primary, even as in the pistol format. So hope you like it. I'm not going to say sorry again because I kept saying it about the video, but we'll leave it there. Thanks for tuning in as always. I hope this is something that is new to you and you haven't seen it before, and I've shown you something new. You can hit up Matt C at ATI Airsoft. I know he's having a bit of trouble with his website at the moment, but he's on Instagram. You can send him an email as well. Hit him up if you want one of these kits. They're absolutely superb. The pistols you can have in all kinds of different colours, and they're all like interchangeable, which the pistol top looks like that. So it's just the same thing, but you wouldn't have the stock on it or the grip. So very cool indeed. Thanks again for tuning in as always, and from me and Bench, we'll see you in the next one.